Bluetooth. Roadcaster Pro. Oh. So one thing I need. There are way too many Bluetooth devices. Here we go. All right. TS. I keep forgetting
What?
that fucking MTS Clear from the Vision is on Apple Music. I keep forgetting that. So every time I've been doing this intro, I've been playing the YouTube version. And it's got the, oh, not me doing cameraman and the whole like intro skit to it. And I'm like, what the am I doing? And then I was like, oh shit, he's got Apple Music.
Yeah, people just on my way, which is weird, but yeah.
Right. It from my view now, I'm like, oh, so people are just looking at me do this. Mm-hmm. This is awkward as fuck.
I watched it kind of prepare before because that was a bunch of people whose conventions were walking by that was looking and shit. So it's
like room full of people. Just like, what the fuck? All right. Well, shit. Y'all hear us? We in the room. We are in the building. It's another episode, Growing with Drewski, season 4. And I got, man, somebody who actually like inspired this whole thing to be a rollout. Funny story. I was doing small, little 15-minute, 5-minute clips, putting them up on these little short form apps. And I got a call from this man, and he said, hey, bro, let's talk one day. So I came down on talking, we sat down, we had this great conversation, and he was like, yo, I see the potential of what you're doing. You have an hour. Just try it out. Just try it out. I was like, all right, so I thought about it, sat up on it, and the next iteration with Growing with Drewski was born. And I added Morgan, I added my homeboy Dice, and we got y'all in there engineering sometimes. It's pretty dope, but this is the man who put me in this space and kind of put me in this light to be behind the mic.
I'm proud right now, man.
And now he doesn't even know like this platform has created a demand for this platform now. Like I got people hitting me like when I'm gonna do mine.
Man, it's how that warms my heart to hear that, man. Shout out to you for continuing that. You know what I'm saying? Taking that conversation and run with it to do what we're doing here right now.
Man, it's been an amazing journey, and I thank you for even putting that seed in the ground. Man, you know what I'm saying?
Teach one, man. We can all grow with Druski. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So let's go.
There it is. So this is my homeboy, man. Mentor, because I do watch him in his space. I see how he interviews and he holds his conversations. And this is going to be a great conversation with K Flyy. And before we get into it, you know, we have a tradition here. We got to play my dog, my brother. This is going to be the only music break y'all get in this episode because this is the intro song. It is MTS Clear by The Vision.
Let's get it. Yeah, I just You and your hip hop hands fucking me up. You and your rapper hands back there fucking me up.
It's crazy because like knowing him and like I was like, bro. So we were talking about this song and the choir. Mm-hmm. He had this turned way down. And I was like, and I'm listening to the song. He sent me the rough, and I was like, turn the choir up. Like you have to turn the choir up on this. Like if you don't do anything, turn the choir up.
What's the point of having a choir if you can't feel them? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bruh.
They always had something in every song.
And when he did it and he let me hear it again, I was like,
voila.
So this is like become my favorite song of his just because of that.
Because you feel like you got a little producer credit on it?
I'll take the little baby A&R credit. But no, like a lot of his songs, like me and him have just been going back and forth. I'm like, this is why he doesn't use auto-tune too much anymore. Because I was like, bro, it's too much. Like you're doing too much. Like there's.
But this generation, that's all their music is tuned up. All of it. It's either super drill or even the drill rappers is tuned up.
I know, right? It's crazy. It's crazy how all of that is happening nowadays. Oh yeah! Y'all know what time it is, man. It's your boy, the one and only Big Drewski. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all are here with me in the studio, and this is Growing with Drewski Season 4. Today's guest, K Flyy.
Yes,
the infamous, the one, the only, the great conversationalist. We about to get into something juicy today, y'all.
Let's get it.
Let's have a good conversation. That was my brother. The vision with MTS Clear. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Just happy to be here in this space, man, and be behind the microphone.
Bruh. We're gonna jump right into it, man.
Let's get it.
You are from Detroit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When did you move to Vegas?
98.
Okay,
yeah.
So I was a sophomore in high school when you moved out here. And when you got out here, what seeds were you starting to plant just for yourself, running around through Las Vegas, being a new one? I know you
just adjusting. It's a totally different atmosphere from what I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different climate, literally and figuratively, than what I was used to. And just adjusting. You know what I'm saying? I found my tribe, and hell, I'm still sticking with the same tribe members to this day. Just add a couple more to it, but yeah, my core that I built back then is pretty much,
exact same.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So did you find, when you first got here, jumped into the radio?
No, I didn't jump into radio until 2017, 16, 17.
Okay, so we got a 10-year gap.
Yeah, it was a nice, more than 10 years.
10, 15?
Yeah. It was 98 to 2017. It was a while before I was just living life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so just run around being young.
Just living life, try college, just, first part, just live life. I had to get some life experience in, but radio has always been my calling, always been my passion. So I got back into it, and I started with a show with my partner, Room Service Radio, and then we brought that out to a whole station, and you know that's where we kind of reconnected. Well, we met originally at the first station. You came with Bray.
Yeah.
And good people over there, iconic. Shout out to Tom.
Yeah, this is when you were downtown. What was that? What? It's not Main Street.
It was at the El Cortez.
Yeah.
It was at the El Cortez.
El Cortez, and yes, rest in peace, the homie Chef Bray.
Shout
out to her. She's the one who introduced us together in the first place.
That was the genesis of all.
That was the genesis of all of this, man. That's crazy.
I know. I was thinking about that, and I was like, damn, that's how I met Drewski back then.
Right. Like, wow. Yeah. You got a long history, man. That is wild when you think about it, because then Bray came Druski.
And I seen him at Raiders game not too long ago.
That's crazy.
Brooksy.
Yeah, that's what's up. Right off. Man, we need to start changing our names. Jesus Christ, you too old for this.
Well, shout out to that brother. Right?
Well, man, so yeah, that's what I connected with you. That was the early small station.
Yeah.
And then y'all broadened out and created this powerhouse of a network. Y'all had what? How many shows did y'all have at the time?
At our peak, I think we was at like 22, maybe somewhere around there. It was heavy.
22 shows. Yeah. So how does that feel, becoming like one of the pioneers in Las Vegas of podcasting and in the podcasting studio?
I would always have to shout out WBK because that's where we got our start. So I can never forget them. But it felt good to play our part, make our mark in history. I love looking at some of the alumni at Room Service Radio and see where they at now, see how far they've gone. I literally was just texting one of them before I came in this building. Shout out to my dog Kilo. You know, he's headlining all over the strip and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
There's plenty of them. I can go down the list. We could get to that, but it was just it was dope. It was dope. It was stressful at times, and looking back on it, I can't do nothing but reflect with nothing but smiles. You know what I'm saying? Just
right.
The legacy that we created in that short period of time. Something that ain't never been done in Vegas history.
Nah, y'all created a huge impact. And tell me, like, just the beginnings and as a business person in this space, like, how was it navigating through that? Especially it being new in Las Vegas, nobody really knows what this space is. How do you introduce that?
Business aspect, I always say that the person who dotted the I's across the T's was the four-letter word, my partner, you know what I'm saying? She took care of all of the heavy lifting on the business aspect. I was focused more on the talent acquisition and getting the roster together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I saw a lot of potential all over the city. I just wanted to bring together one conglomerate, put us all under one umbrella, you know what I'm saying? So that was more so my focus was behind it. Like, the business part, that was the heavy lifting was done by her. So
okay.
You would have to ask her.
Well, talent acquisition is something that's a lost art, and we see that in the music industry today. Not a lot of people are.
And that's exactly kind of where I took a lot of the ethic and ethos was from the music industry. I always say Dame Dash is my spirit animal, you know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
I would see how he acquired talent on Rockefeller, you know what I'm saying? He could have just he built artists, then he grabbed certain artists who already had a name and a buzz and brought them up under the umbrella. So that's kind of what I did. I saw potential in people like you know what I'm saying? And I saw other podcasters like, let's just say Mizzy Mac, because he had already been doing this thing on 97.5, you know what I'm saying? So bringing people together like that, just putting them all under one umbrella, that was a vision and it was a dream, you know what I'm saying? We accomplished that for a period of time.
Y'all did that thing, man.
Like I say, I always I took that from Rockefeller.
Okay, that does make a lot of sense. Dame Dash and how the business ethics that he preaches, the acting of being an owner, knowing what you're getting into business-wise, making sure you're in control of the situation, make sure you know every piece of the puzzle, even if you're not moving that piece of the puzzle. That's real Dame Dash. And I see where you did that because you dominated the space.
I'll let you say it, but thank you.
We can't lie about it. Come on now. There's 22 shows, including myself. 22 shows. Let's see. There was the Magic and Agenda partnership.
Oh yeah, that was a wonderful partnership for a few years.
Come on now. I mean, we still have footage.
Even having Dame as a guest was,
having Dame.
We had a hell of a run. You know what I'm saying?
Like, come on now. You can't tell me that there was 1 year. Y'all ran the game in media content. It was crazy. You can't tell me this is Vegas, y'all. We had Soulja Boy that crazy.
That was a moment.
Let's see.
Almost
had a brawl there. And the crazy thing is, your platform is the only platform on the internet till this day that has two Soulja Boy interviews in the same context with two different hosts that are hosting on the same network.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy, you set a record again. You did it. the first one. God damn it, Soulja Boy.
Shout out to Draco.
Shout out to Draco. But I mean, there was so much history that happened within those 2 years. That was a crazy 2 years.
That was a crazy.
Just right there, like
it was really like a 3-year run.
Yeah,
it was heavy.
It was nasty work.
It was heavy.
But it was nasty work that was inspiring to me, especially in somebody that was in this game. I was like, okay, cool. As long as if you just keep doing what you're doing, you'll get where you want to be at. And watching the progression with you guys, it's just been amazing because it's inspired me to go, okay, cool, I need to go bigger. We need to start looking at a space. We need to build one out. Let's see what we can do here. Mm-hmm. Let's see what other people we can bring in. I'm looking at other people to start producing other shows with. Like you, I'm kind of being a baby you right now.
I love that. I love to see that the legacy continues. Like I said, there's several artists and podcasters, and you know what I'm saying, that was up under that umbrella that are still out here thriving and doing their thing. And I sit back with a beaming sense of pride every time I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man. Like Icy.
He was who he was before that. I was just happy that he decided to collaborate with us, and I love that he decided to continue building and continue running on with his platform. You know what I'm saying? Keeping that hot seat hot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that brother right there.
Shout out to
my dog Rodney. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that brother right there.
Shout out to them. So, when it came to creating your own platform and being behind the mic, what was your philosophy in bringing what you wanted to bring? Or like, how did you even think about just getting behind it and doing it?
Well, I did my first radio show my freshman year in high school in Detroit. Yeah, so that's what started the bug. I always say Mason in the Morning, Bushman, Charlamagne the God, Bomani Jones, and a couple others. Like I always want to inspire me. And Taxstone, I can't forget about Taxstone, Free Beloved. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget about Tax. Tax was a major inspiration in the style of podcasting. I would say Tax, Charlamagne, and Mason, because Mason in the Morning was able to captivate you with his voice, and you know what I'm saying, his inflection and the way that he used his voice was captivating. He was a local Detroit artist, host 98, FM 98, and he also was the man that did the Detroit basketball.
Okay.
He also progressed to go ahead and be the Pistons announcer, so that was like my first major radio inspiration. Then as I got older, as podcasting became bigger, shout out to Pat Jack and the whole, you know what I'm saying, Loudspeakers Network.
That's where it came from.
That's
Loudspeakers started the bug.
The flame had kind of died down. I became dormant. You know what I'm saying? Just living life. Then once I started really getting heavy into listening to the Breakfast Club, listening to Taxstone, and Bomani Jones from the sports side of it, it was like, damn, I need to get back on my shit. And then Room Service Radio, the show began.
That's what it is. And what was Room Service Radio 1.0?
We wanted to be a Las Vegas version of the Breakfast Club. We wanted to get, that's what the name Room Service came. When you came to Vegas, you know what I'm saying, whatever you need, you call Room Service. So we wanted to be that from a media and, radio aspect. And, like I said, we were for quite a bit of time.
So, are we coming back?
Room Service as a whole, no. Me in the media space, yes, I'll be back sooner than later.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of little hesitations and pump fakes, but when I come back this next time, it's going to be full-fledged. And like I said, people like yourselves re-inspire me, relight that fire, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to look to bigger people. I can just look at the people that I in my own circle, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you kicking this off season 4, you see I've been in way more communication lately.
Yeah.
I've really been, the flame has been ignited, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah, you ready to get back on that horse?
I'll be back soon. Before the end of the year, you'll have some multiple episodes from me.
Okay. We're going to load the clip up, get ready to roll.
I got to get back into it. I can't let you know what I'm saying? I can't let you have all the fun. Can't let you have all the fun, you know what I'm saying?
I'm over here stealing all the fun out here. No, man, because like watching you, man, for me, it's just been so inspiring because you bring a whole different dynamic, but you inspired this season's of podcast for the end of the show. What happens is I always ask a question to all my guests. And that question leads up to, based upon your experience here, who would you invite on to the show?
Right.
Because my philosophy is that I've heard this take on your show multiple times with multiple artists, and it pisses me off every time. And I'm pretty sure you've seen Druski Media in the comments going, "That's cap, that's cap, that's cap." Vegas artists, I'm tired of y'all saying that we don't mess with each other. I'm tired of it. Now,
in aspects I understand, but in aspects of what you're saying, I understand as well. It is unity, but then I understand the political parts of the game. Like, it's artists that shit. I think when they say that, more so is on the aspects of the politics behind all that, not just, maybe some hood beef or, some section shit. So that's what I think they always are saying more so, especially 9 times out of 10 on the show that you used to comment on the most, because I have multiple shows.
Yeah.
So in that particular platform, that's why I think they were more so leaning to whenever that was said.
So what do you mean when we talk about politics? Because
it's gang politics, it's clique politics, it's politics in everything, in every aspect. It's certain people that I wouldn't record with because I didn't like what station it was at. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that.
Because it was all or nothing with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was really like I wasn't recording nowhere over there, no matter if So
I feel it.
So politics in there.
I feel that this is the bro code and everything, you know what I'm saying? Well, my philosophy with it behind it is this, like, I want a little bit more unity, so I always ask that question, because then I feel if you see some outreach, that signal will get taken away with, especially when I'm asking you to shout out 3 people.
Right.
So now there's an opportunity for you to shout out your friend.
Right.
And let's bring it together. So when you shout out them 3 and them 3 shout out 3 and them 3 shout out, the spider web.
I get it.
And then now everybody's got a platform where, okay, we've all got this outreach. We all do kind of really do mess with each other. So why are we not?
See, it's still kind of wet for me in a way, because the same effect, but in a different way. Because you'll see certain people on the platform like, well, let me come up here and rebut what this person says. So then it became that. Like, it became,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So in the same way, kind of.
Well, yeah, because then it does create a platform where you can clear the air.
Right.
Like, hey, wait a minute now. Let's clear this up. What really happened was.
Right.
And so we get both sides of the story. And me being a person that loves to see both sides of it, you did get that, because we see an artist on, and then a couple of weeks later, you see the other artist on, like, hey,
because I always wanted to remain neutral in all aspects, you know what I'm saying? I got that from Charlamagne. I want to either be for the people or other people, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be for the people, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be neutral, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather just get the answers that people want to know, whether it's good or bad. I don't personally care. I do this for the people. So if the people have questions, bow. Now, if you happen to say something that this person don't like, I'm going to give that person an opportunity to speak his piece, because I don't want to seem biased, because I personally am not invested on either side.
right.
I do this for the people.
I love it. Because that's the mentality, and that's the mindset I have with this season was, I'm just here for y'all. I want everybody to get some love shown. I love that everybody has these platforms and that everybody has an opportunity to reach out and collaborate with each other, whether it be an engineer, an artist finding a new engineer to work with, an engineer finding somebody who just does better marketing for them.
As I sat back this year, I just sat back and watched people who I know connected in that lobby stay connected and build upon that little introduction in that lobby that we had over at room service. So that's been a sense of pride for me as I've been sitting back, and also it's been a sense of inspiration, I see what they're doing, and I know that they came together because let me get my ass back.
You don't know how
my own.
Bruh, you don't know how long me and Birch have been in each other's DMs. Like, we have to do something together. Because we know me and her, once we get loose, it's going to be crazy.
I love that.
So it's like that, and that was that connection from that lobby. Like, it's been a few years now. We tap in with each other, check in. You know what I'm saying? I still see her content going up every once in a while. And she inspires me, because she is the outgoing social butterfly. She's in the situation. You seen her at a day club with a microphone in her hand and Waka Flocka right there. Like, how are you bold enough to just walk up and do this? And for me, like, that's kind of a scary thing for me to get in that kind of space. But then watching her, like, all right, man, if she can just be bold enough to go out there and do it, I can get this camera out there and just.
And I love the fact that we was able to open those doors so those opportunities to happen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just love the fact that we was the conduit for a lot of things that a lot of people are doing, you know what I'm saying? I love the fact that the genesis, the square root of it all, started right there.
Man, I'm telling y'all, if anybody watching this is looking for a person to be inspired by, like, just go through K Fly's Instagram.
Nah, man, don't do that. That's putting a lot of pressure on me, man. I just live life.
No, because listen, but see, that's the thing. A lot of people forget how to just live. You go out there, you do your thing, then we see you on vacation, you living your life, you balling out, you doing what you do. We are not going to disclose what this means.
Nah, I'm just blessed to live the life I'm blessed to live, and I take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful, especially because I know where I come from, and I know it's a place that I could be, that I'm here every day, breathing, and I'm going to enjoy it. I do this for a lot of people who can't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who are not here, a lot of people not in position. So I think it'd be a disgrace to block God's blessing. That's one of my favorite sayings, DSGB, don't stop God's blessing. You know what I'm saying? So these blessings are bestowed upon me, you know what I'm saying? I just go live life. And if you say I inspire, I'm not mad at that. Because honestly, when you see me traveling, it's because I watch a gang of travel vlogs. I watch a gang of people on Instagram who travel. They inspire me. Then I look around my friends. If you think I travel, look at my dog, P. He traveled 10 times more than me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my dog, Paris, he over in Cambodia and going to Thailand as we speak right now. You know what I'm saying? So I look at those around me. And if I could be that to yourself, you know what I'm saying? I guess I could humbly accept that, but I know who inspired me, and so if I can be a little light and inspiration to others, I guess I'll sit back and take it. But I'm just living the life that I'm blessed to live.
Each one, teach one, like you said earlier in this episode. And the thing is, how I grew up, and I sat back and I absorbed a lot of game. That's how my dad taught me. He was like, just sit back and listen, sit back and watch, sit back and listen. You'll learn a whole lot about people, places, and things. And so now I'm kind of jumping off the porch, traveling a little bit more, but I'm watching my friends go, okay, cool, like, let's just go out, do your thing, this and that, and enjoy it. It doesn't always have to be a working event. It doesn't always have to be something that's a family-related thing. You just go out there and live life.
You know what, now that you said, I do hope to inspire people. Just go enjoy life, because if you don't see nothing else, Instagram is the highlight reel, so you do see the highlights, but those highlights are enjoyable. I am having a time in those moments, you know what I'm saying? And some people say I have a lot of those moments, and if that's the case, I accept that. But I hope to inspire motherfuckers to really just go out and live and enjoy life in whatever aspect that you find enjoyable. Go do that to the most. Like traveling, sports, enjoyable. Going out is enjoyable for me. So you see me do those things, and that's what makes me happy. So yeah, if you say I'm inspiring, I guess I'll accept it. Like, yeah, if I hope I can inspire motherfuckers, just go be happy. Go do what you do to make you happy.
That's what it is. Just go out and be happy, man. And I just also watched you in business. Like you said, just watching the whole thing grow, watching your show and your platform come out. It was one of those things that also inspired me to like get off the porch too. Because like when Bray passed, everybody knows I just stopped.
Yeah.
And I've gotten a few phone calls. You, the Vision, family people of mine was like, "What are you doing? Come back."
Hey man, I always say this mic is addictive. If you've ever gotten the bug, it never really leaves you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you need that phone call to kick you in the ass. Like, I know I'm going to leave this interview and I got to go get back on my shit because I can't keep letting Druski get season 4 and I'm sitting at the house, you know what I'm saying?
Like, oh, wait, how many episodes are you going to get?
Yeah, like I'm inspired and I know leaving here, I got to go get on my shit.
Like, he's like, now I'm back on it.
Man, this let it ignite the fire again.
Man, I love being the catalyst that you kick off here.
I love it.
But I want to talk about great conversations with K Flyy, and what inspired you to just like bring on. As I saw so many like artists, like they on the A-list.
I look back at some of our people that we've had some,
and you had some legendary interviews.
From sports to music to entertainment. We've had some reality show stars who went on to do great things, some athletes who went on to do some great things, and some artists. Like I said, as I've been sitting back reflecting, like I get a sense of pride and the little mark in history we've made. You know what I'm saying? And I've been a part of history. And then, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to seem like I'm old and done. I'm going to do this shit all over again, but bigger and better.
Oh yeah. I want to talk about your networking act. What is it for you to get out and like before we see all of this, like you're part of the heavy lifting. When you go out there, you networking, you talking. Like, how does that even go for you?
Honestly, that's just living life. That's just me. Like, that's always been an aspect of me. I attract good vibes. You know what I'm saying? I've come to realize that I attract good vibes.
Yes, sir.
And so when I'm out, good vibes are typically there. And so that's how a lot of that's how I met a lot of guests. That's how I met a lot of hosts. I met a lot of people. Just, I enjoy being out. I try to fight it. I really try to fight it. It causes trouble with my personal life, my relationship. But I enjoy, like Mitch said, I'm addicted to the light. I'm addicted to that shit. I love being outside.
I heard that.
I love it. But see, now I'm getting to the point I love traveling and being outside out the country. That's more so my thing. Like, it's not much. I mean, I still get outside and enjoy my fair share of time out here, but it's not much locally that I ain't done in these years. I've been outside a long time. That's time.
No, I got a homeboy of mine, and he keeps hitting the Columbia bug on me. Like,
that's
he hit me up, and he was like, "So you ready to do this podcast in Columbia?"
They have a beautiful studio in LA too.
That's exactly where he goes.
Beautiful podcast, radio station studio out there. Forgot the name of it, but it's dope as hell. I went up there when I went, not this year, but last year. I swung by there.
Y'all see how life works.
I talked about doing some content.
Y'all see how life works.
You man, out there. Nah, so I'm really gonna get out. I was talking to him today about we need to hurry and get out there, get back out there.
Get back out there.
To Cartagena this past July. This July, a couple months ago. But I like Colombia. I like traveling, period, but Colombia may be my favorite.
I've heard the same thing from my homeboy. He's like, "This is my favorite place."
And that ain't no weather's perfect year round, so like it's always spring. Like I love.
He said it's always spring.
Yeah, I love Colombia, especially with all this heat. Like I love, and it's green as fuck. But
that's where I'm getting to the point at in my life right now. I love like perfect springtime weather all the time, and I need to see green.
Man.
Okay. This is the deal, people. Look, y'all know I record at the library, so when I get out of here, I'm gonna get the paperwork for my passport.
Hey, you can get a passport quicker than ever right now. It's taking less and less time to get a passport. I just posted in my story. There's no reason for an adult not to have a passport. It is no reason. It don't even take that long to get. It's not that it's not even super expensive. If you can buy a good pair of Jordans, you can buy a passport.
Right. If you're gonna drop some ducats on the new West Side Western Counties, you can get a passport.
Shout out to God.
Yo, I love West Side is another one for me as well.
Crazy, I love the way he built that shit from the ground up. I love the way he built it with merch. We can talk about that.
That's a whole another. But another inspiring person in the game. When did you come to realize you were this personality behind the mic?
I always say this personality behind the mic is not too different from the personality you get outside the mic. I don't put too much into it. Like, I feel it's inauthentic. Like, if I have to come in here and change, that's a character.
Yep.
K Flyy is not a character. K Flyy is KFlyy.
Yeah.
It's just cut the name down. I'm this 24/7 pretty much. I have my moments where I don't talk because I'm an only child, so sometimes I enjoy silence. But as far as the character, the personality, the shit talking and all that's me outside. It might even be worse outside of the mic because I have to somewhat control myself. Because I realized, it took me a while to realize that my audience was bigger than what I, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't just talking to my friends after a while. For the first year
You start realizing you're talking to everybody.
When I started getting outside, I realized, oh shit. When people started coming up talking to me about shit, I said, okay. Then I got a little bit more cognizant of what I would say, but not too much, because I always feel like if I have to censor myself, it ain't gonna be authentic. And I always want to be authentic behind this microphone. The day I always say I stopped doing shit. The day I had to get behind this motherfucker and get the line and not be myself. I enjoy being me too much to ever really change. Good, bad, or indifferent. I enjoy being me too much to ever really change.
That's what's up. I love that. I seriously love that.
I love me some me. Like
I embrace the fuck out of that, because that's some real shit. Like, if this is, like me and you pretty much the same in that. Like
it's way, I know if I could tone some of this down or switch up, I can be, but I enjoy being me too much to ever really, truly
code switch. Not it.
Can't be me. I enjoy it. I love this shit.
That's what's up. What would you tell people who are getting into this space and want to get behind the mic and they're thinking about building a platform for themselves?
Do it. I know they say there's how many million podcasts, but do it, because it's something in you that makes you unique. Everybody. Now, say if it's 10 people that may have the same interest as you, that's cool. You're speaking to an audience of 10. That 10 may go tell 10 more, and then it's going to grow.
Right.
It may not start off as, all right, I got 500 people listening to me. But eventually, if you believe in you the way I believe in you, this is what I would tell people. This is my pitch problem to you. If you believe in you the way that I believe in you, you know you're going to do this shit. You know it's going to multiply. You know it's an audience out there for you. So if you really truly believe that you got something to say behind this microphone, now there's a lot of people just want to do it because they think it's a wave. That'll die out. But I still encourage you to try it. I still encourage you to try it. But those people, if it's just flash in the fan, they'll be done after a month, max. They'll be done after 3 episodes. People who stick around to that 4th, 5th episode, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they got the passion. And once you got that passion,
when you're on episode 50 and 75,
you're going to figure out your audience, you're going to find your niche, you're going to find your tribe, and you're going to build that tribe. So if you got the passion, if you even come to talk to me about it, you must got some interest. I might encourage you to go do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
I encourage you to jump off that bridge.
He's not lying.
See if you can swim. You'll figure it out by your 3rd or 4th episode. If it don't work, fine. At least you got that bug. You can scratch that itch. But me, I can't get rid of this itch. Ain't no cream, ain't no eczema cream, there's nothing.
There's no anti-biotic.
This is a rash that I got that I'll never want to get rid of. I can't get rid of this.
Right.
And I love it.
It's like a microphone tattooed on you.
No disrespect to LL. I know he get mad when you talk about I don't want a problem.
No disrespect. It's only inspiration. Only inspiration.
But nah, like I always say, I'm addicted to this shit. This is the best drug I've ever taken.
What is it about it?
The fact that, in my opinion, I'm an only child. I spend many moons talking to myself.
Right.
So
now you need to vent. You need to let it out.
It's just the fact that I know that the thoughts that go in my head, that come in my head, are entertaining or resonate with people in some way, shape, or form. Once you get that first hit,
dopamine.
You never get rid of this high. This is a high that you never come down from. Like every time I get behind this microphone, I know it's something that I'm going to say, whether it's 10-second interview, 10-minute interview, 10-hour interview. It's going to captivate that, even if it's one person. That's one more person that I'm talking to myself. So you know what I'm saying? So that's one more person listening to me that agrees with me or feels something from what I say in some way, shape, or form, and I'm good with that. And that's a high that I like.
You know, this reminds me of a Jeezy interview when he said most of this music was him talking to himself. It's like him looking in the mirror. He's just motivating himself. The motivation was him writing to himself.
Listen, every podcast is just the idea. If you know my core set of friends, like my old roommates or my friends I talk to, they were so happy I started this shit, so they'll stop hearing my thoughts in the video.
Like finding
somebody else can hear this bullshit that I've been hearing all these years. My dog Tony say that all the time. Somebody else get to hear this dumbass crazy ass ideas that you had, your theories, because I'm an alternative thinker. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go right, I love to go left. So somebody else get to hear this shit. So that's what this is for me. Like I said, I'm an only child. Now this podcast gives me brothers and sisters. This microphone gives me a bunch of brothers and sisters and cousins and shit that I did not have.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man, I love that, man. One last thing. So this is, we're getting to the end here. Since you've been inspired and by so many people in this space, and who would you want to shine some light on and bring them into the hot seat, put them in the planter right here so they can grow with Druski?
My dog Spence. I forgot to mention that's one person who inspires me. Him and Abuse from the 7 Podcast. Every time I listen to them, I miss the microphone more and more. Sometimes I don't listen. I'll skip an episode or two because like
you want to get back in it
that bad, you know what I'm saying? And I got some other shit going on. I can't but Spence, you know what I'm saying? That's a good one. If you really truly want to know, he's also a podcast member, but he's one of the most dedicated members I've seen in this media space, my dog Skinny. If you really truly want to know about the genesis, the alpha and omega of this Vegas hip hop shit, or just the lifeblood of this Vegas hip hop shit, or the who's who, tap in with him. You know what I'm saying? Skinny, my dog Skinny.
I've been watching Skinny for too long, man.
I always say whenever I need to know something about a Vegas artist, I call him because I know he's tapped in. He cares. There's a lot of people I see who interview artists and all that, but I know that nigga truly cares about this Vegas music shit. So I would say you definitely want to have him on there because I always love him to preach his gospel. Third one, wild card. My dog Soups from the Controversial Best in Soup show that used to be over at Room Service Radio. It's also, he restarted that show right now, Controversial Best in Soup show. It gives you an East Coast perspective, and there's somebody else I know who's dedicated to it. I've watched him as he reposts some of his history and shit. Anybody who I feel is dedicated to this microphone game, I always like to see like-minded individuals link up, so I would advise you to talk to those 3 people right there.
Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. And like I said, Skinny, I've been watching Skinny. I see his clips come up on.
His dedication. Even if it's somebody I don't like, I wouldn't care to listen to. The fact that I see that he take his time out to do it, because I know it's a million artists inundating him with music, just hitting him like, yeah. But if he take his time out, just because I know him and I know his passion for this shit, I'll give it 20 to 30 seconds of my time that anybody else supposed to, I'm skipping right by you. I'll sometimes, and then there's been a few that I like, I like. Some of that shit, get that shit out of here.
Right.
But some of that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So I've discovered a few people just off of him and his recommendations. So yeah.
That's what's up.
I always say, if you want to talk Vegas music, tap in with that nigga right there. He really, truly cares.
That's what's up. Y'all, man, this is one of the most inspirational conversations I think I've had on this platform.
I'm honored once again to be here, man.
Dog, it's like I said, you're my OG in this space.
Man, you're making me feel old.
not even the old, you know what I'm saying? But you're my big homie.
I feel it.
You're my big homie in this space, and I'm honored to actually have you on the other side here, and I get to pick your brain. Because like I said, that conversation that you had with me planted the seed, man, and it inspired a whole new generation of the podcast that I was building out.
I always say I never sat down and pitched that podcast shit to anybody I didn't feel that was really truly talented. It was never about just getting a bunch of people in that seat or just filling up the roster for money purposes, nothing like that. Every person I sat down with, I really truly felt that they had the skill and talent in them to do this shit. So even if, I might not be on the best of terms with some of the people, but I still believe in their talent. I would have never wasted my time talking to them. So you were somebody I believe in your talent from them 2-minute clips, you know what I'm saying, to now you're on long hour form. I know that you can do 2 hours. And I told you from that first day.
You told me from day one, you was like, you got it, man. You got this in you. I can see it. Like, you just need to
and I'm proud of
structure it out.
I want to let you know I'm proud of what you've done, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
You don't let nothing stop you. You find a new studio. You find a new way to keep growing, Drewski growing. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that you tell me I planted the seed in that, but I'm just happy to see what it's grown into. You know what I'm saying? So keep growing and keep glowing. That's what I always love to tell people. So I'm going to tell you that keep growing and keep glowing, my nigga.
I appreciate you, big dog. And on that note, man, this is Growing Druski Season 4. Y'all, this has been, y'all can see I'm ear to ear right now. I'm just cheesing my head off right now because this is one of the best conversations I've had. And I hope it inspired anybody who's listening and or watching this episode to keep going in whatever you are doing. That was the
looking like motivation to myself, baby. I can't wait to see this. So
yeah.
let's go.
All right, y'all. And once again, we are out. Real quick, tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh man, my social media, the only one I really want you to follow, KFlyy313. Follow also Fly Conversations under my podcast page. There's only 1 or 2 clips up there, but I will be posting more very soon, I promise.
You got something in the works.
I promise. I promise. I know I made a lot of fake promises, but I got real life issues. But I'm ready to dedicate myself to my true passion. Like I said, coming to being a guest on here is really igniting that fire. So follow KFlyy313, KFlyy313, and also follow Fly Conversations. FLYY Conversations.
And we are out.
Let's go. Oh, that was amazing.
Export, render to a file, export one document, render.
Alright, gotta get out here, make it to disappointment.
Yes, sir. And just like that, audio is already saved. Like I said, I came back in here hot, baby.
Yeah, you have to show me all those other shit. I'm gonna be at you real soon.
Yes, sir.
So I'm aggressive.
All right, big dog.
Appreciate you.
You be safe, man.